Load the textures. I mean, yeah, there we go. I know they don't look great, but they don't look like vomit. Right, what the fuck is with the ghosts here?
Before you stands the ghost of an older woman.
Magister Pavlonia, charmed to meet you, I'm sure.
Your hand passes.
Oh, my hand! My fingers! Alright, I am dead. Dead. I keep forgetting things somehow. It's... Wait, the spider! It was the spider! She chewed me. Bits of me. Slowly. I keep looking, but I can't find myself. Yes. I came from the Black Pits to negotiate. He must have mixed something into the delightful rose tea he said. Next I knew, I was rolled up in... I hope you didn't drink any tea downstairs.
I'm going to meet him soon, so we're gonna decline the tea.
He's a master sorcerer. Everyone knows. And besides, he had some business that coincided with Dallas's interests. So Dallas ordered him left alone, providing he didn't interfere with my...
She throws you a horse.
None of your... Never mind.
None of your never mind.
The spider spindles right up to you. One delicate leg reaches out and traces the line of your...
Unlikely that I could really steal anything from her, but
The spider spins. One delicate leg reaches out and traces the line of your cheekbone. She pats your face.
okay, we can't talk with her. She's not openly hostile. That's not good enough. I'm sorry, Mr. Spider, but we're gonna have to fight it out. Fire weakness. That is a bad thing to have against me. Swollen eggs. The fire shield might have been good against them. They're gonna burst open and there's gonna be a ton of little spider assholes coming at us. Swollen eggs. The question is, do I want to allow them to burst open? It's probably worth some experience. Chameleon cloak. look to be fairly harmless. Decent amount of damage. Would ignite things a little bit, they would probably all just die. Alright, we have the wrong teleportation spell. If they will want to come any closer, they will die. And 1000 experience points each. Not bad. There's really no way for me to attack. Yeah, not really. We'll wait. I can't exactly go there without taking some chances either. Remarkable crap. And it's below our level, so it goes right to shopkeepers. Right. Well, a lot of anthropod legs. Arthropod. Shadow essences would be useful for necromantic spells. Cursed poison flask.
Pavlonia gazes searchingly around the floor near her.
Is that...
She stretches out her ghostly arm.
The threads are coming back together now. Stay away from the black pit. Far away.
Waving her ghostly hand.
Right, Ryker. We might be able to kill these guys now, though. Get experience out of it. But I don't actually recall what happens. Do all of these people just disappear when we get Ryker? Doesn't matter too much. I mean, I want to scrounge up experience by fighting a lot, but that doesn't mean I want to fight every goddamn thing in the game. There are multiple levels below me anyway, so while they're definitely a source of experience, they wouldn't be a massive source anymore. And I can probably get to level 20 in the game without any difficulties anyway. Right, I think we are going to work with Ryker. Because I think he's going to try to screw us over anyway, which leads to the inevitable fight. But we might be able to get the quest wrapped up and get experience if we do it this way.
Something rancid.
Rotten chunks of flesh. Rotten.
Flesh and bone severed and stitched. A rather sordid brand of necromancy.
Okay, let's see if we can handle things without a fight. Roll 14. Water is unusable. Poison would work, that's actually rare. Water might work against the others, so that's not that big a deal. But usually poison isn't worth it, but poison dart is fairly cheap and does a decent amount of damage, especially when combined with fire spells.
There you are, Godwoken. I'm eager to hear your good news.
What happens if I give him the statue?
How?
Ryker's lips tremble impatiently.
Show it to me.
Ryker reverently slides his fingers across the tablet.
20,000 more or less.
Exceptional. Truly, our bargain is almost complete. I will teach you what I know. You will be bonded to
200
the
mace
source.
plus 6
You will
initiative.
channel it in great volume.
Okay stuff, but fundamentally fairly unimpressive. Not in a level appropriate.
Ryker closes his eyes and spreads his arms.
I call to the souls of the dead. Your remains, the stone garden's eternal burden, descend from the hall. Surrender your source to the vessel before me.
Ryker's voice grows even.
Swan and Rince, Crossley and Locke, Quincy, Keller, Harkwood, across to the void!
The words wrap themselves around you, then slip through your pores.
Your well overflows, Godwoken. But I will stay as true to my word as I can. Accept this gift. Now that you mention it, there is a shame it has to be this way.
Yeah, I was sort of expecting this. I do recall that the Lone Wolves had and Ryker has contract kill over with Voidwalken. I was more or less hoping for something like this. This way I get the quest experience and we get to fight them anyway, so it's just a couple of 20,000 extra XP and treasure for me, and the result is still the same. He has massive shields, but there's no way for us to take him down quickly. Huntsman Necromancer. Yeah, I had a sort of a plan for something like this. You could add warfare to this, so the physical damage would be also get increased. It's important because the warfare is it multiplies the damage instead of just adding to the percentage. What are the others? They're weak against physical, weak against physical, weak against magic. Yeah, I don't actually know where I want to be. Might not be a horrible idea too. Throw something at him. It won't be enough though, not even remotely enough. So, uncanny evasion first. That's a must, otherwise we're boned. Cheaper casting, please. There's a lot of melee guys. Actually, those aren't melee. He's the only melee guy. Yeah, they have 2 wands, I think. So that's a lot of electricity coming our way. No, he has cold, he has electricity, he has physical. You're currently dodging the physical, that's it. This isn't a sensible way to fight him. Ooh, cursed ice, excellent. And I'm marked, so all the dodging is for nothing. Cold attacks, right? Might be best for us to focus on one of the casters, and we can make ourselves immune to the other damage side. Yeah, this is a horrible way to fight them. Already my armors are gone. I don't know. If I have 2 turns in a row, I could take the main bad guy out. That would prevent the mark ability from working. I can always protect myself from elemental effects anyway. I think it must be better for us if we just pull back instead of trying to hold our ground here. I don't see anything to be gained by that.
There you are, Godwoken. I'm well. See that you...
Look out!
There you are, Godwoken. How?
Ryker's lip.
Show it to me.
Ryker
Exceptional. Truly, the bond
Last chance to
can
trade with him.
be broken. Our bargain is almost complete. I will teach you what I know. You will be bonded to the source. You will channel it in great volume.
Ryker closes his eyes.
I call
Ryker's voice.
one cross.
The words.
Your well overflow. Now that you're ashamed.
don't want to withdraw too much right now. We do want to keep the fight going after all. Resistance profile, resistant against everything. All their help is undead. Water doesn't work on you, so we might as well use the water against these guys. Just need a little bit. I'm gonna charm him, assuming it works. They'll probably make short work of him. That is fine. Dodging minus 100%, cannot turn invisible. Duration 2 turns. This is a waste of a point, but I might still have to do it. Free 2 action points, I guess. Right, we should attack. Fire should work fairly well. I get the elevation bonus. He's more vulnerable to magical attacks, so I don't think we need to change anything when we're fighting against Ryker. His minions are a different matter. Don't use water, everything else is more or less okay, right? Can I attack with a single point? No, I don't think so. Almost got through the shield! Oh, and we probably... Okay, never mind. I can't quite play him out yet. I think it's best if we just outright retreat. I could prevent myself from the physical attacks by going there. Assuming, yeah, I think you can go there. No. Well, you can go here. Much the same thing. There's a single corpse we can detonate. Doesn't really do much good, though. Can disable Ryker at this point. Keep him disabled too. And those little shits that seem to spawn aren't exactly a detriment to me either. They're very easy to kill, and we can detonate the corpse afterwards. Yeah, their numbers are increasing, maybe a little bit too quickly. Still, that's 2 corpses they have now. Let's think about this. If I transport him there, he'll become a corpse. I'll get the action points back that I spent on this. It would be mostly useful against these two though. I can't hit both of them at the same time. Probably should aim just at one of them. Not sure if this is gonna work or it's worth it. The problem is I don't think I can reach them right. Only this one works. Only the shittier version of the spell works now, in a way that the range gets extended. So detonating the bone crawler is basically worthless. Just water. Probably can't be frozen. No? A lot of bone crawlers coming my way. Suppose we could do restoration shield. I haven't used this all that often, but it's a great ability overall. Might as well. Armor Frost, yeah. And I am stunned, so I'm dead. Can't play it like that. The supporting casters are too capable. I can easily play them out if I just go full in, that's not really the problem. Main problem is that my defenses are basically broken very easily. My magical armor is pathetic compared to my physical armor. I think I'll just use standard resistances. That'll remove the problem. We could also protect ourselves from the status effects. I certainly have those potions too. That's not one of them though. I wish the fuckers would be better color coded. Or coded by type rather, I'd say. Right, Stone Skin, Poison Stunned. Ability suffers, but we don't have to really care about getting stunned. But I could do the same thing by a simple spell. Wow, how the hell is the path blocked? What is blocking it? Tell me. Show me the goddamn line of fire. What is blocking it? There is nothing blocking goddamn thing here. Is it hitting the ceiling? I mean, it's sort of getting blocked, but I don't see what by what. I think we're better off withdrawing, putting some oil here to keep them away. It's fighting at the choke point. More bodies gather there to severe hitting spell I can throw at them. Why is Ryker? Ryker gets healed by those little shits if he kills them. He's basically killing them to stay alive. No? Yes. Ryker staying behind is not a bad thing for us. Only one enemy within the attack range currently. And we can easily break the shield. Undead probably. Yes. Actually blocking things quite nicely. If we could just sort of keep him under control, that would be great. I don't think that'll work, even if I need to stun him or something along those lines, otherwise it doesn't work. Freezing might work. Not when he's burning, though. Yeah, I don't think the chances of us achieving anything too useful here is all that high. This will help a little bit. It won't prevent them from attacking it and waking it up. Still, this is the last turn of the Mark spell. This is good for us. Water isn't gonna douse Necrofire, and we can also use the water and ice to our advantage. So I'm not sure what he thought he was doing here, but this is fine for us. That said, I don't really have a lot of follow-up spells at the moment. The best thing I could do is throw him away. Suppose I could get closer. I can't do anything useful here. This might be corpse explosion, and I can't explode any useful corpses. Would rain make a difference? Now the ceilings are looking better. More and more of them are trying to gather in the same spot. And he's still blocking their way. Yeah, there's half a dozen guys very close to each other. At least 2 of them are those little shits that can be killed with a single spell, maybe 2. Now there's 3, so if we can basically get any kind of chain death going there, that would be enough, very likely. Killing him, ironically, isn't gonna do us any favors. This wouldn't really hit anyone. We do have a standard corpse we can always detonate. But really we want these 2. We also want to be in a position where our detonate all actually reaches targets. So somewhere here, while these 2 are dead. How the hell can I make that happen? Only 400 damage, really. That's doable. Now to the more interesting part. The area of effect where that's going to detonate is fairly large, but it's not super large. More casualties. We took it fairly well. Ryker is not doing too well, but he's also not gonna die this second. I think this is a good opportunity to try to get something serious done. So adrenaline's go. First things first, I want you to actually be part of things, and I can't make that happen. Well, shit. I want to try the scroll super spell we have. How reliable is this? Ethereal Storm. It'll continue raining shit on them on the next turn too. Seems fairly random, but it kill quite a few of the little ones. He lost his magical defenses. And I do have the ability to go invisible if I want to, although that won't help too much. I'm on fire, can I do something with that? Cost reductions maybe? No? I think I'll go with poison, try to detonate it, hopefully that's enough to take care of Ryker. Close, not quite. And no dodging.
Won't be the first double cross.
What the
I'm
fuck
a
was he
wanted
doing?
woman.
And the fight ended. So... I don't get what the hell he was thinking. Don't get it at all. I do like the Ethereal Storm more than I thought I would. It's not great, but the area of effect is much larger than I thought it would be. So it's sort of a, you could throw it in a battlefield and have it rage there when you for a turn or two while you do something different. So much better than the most of the spells we can throw around. Ah, right. All the mass servants are dead. No Ryker.
The spirit's eyes turn.
If you seek to strengthen your...
His sneer is now a gash, wide and gruesome. You can barely believe one spirit could harbor so much contempt. His face only contorts further, a testament. Tendrils of sore snake. The graveyard. You look down at. You reach out your gnarl. Your hand straightens before your very eyes. The wrinkles smooth, and your efforts are used. You slip on your spec.
There is but one promise I have ever regretted making. Alas, I remain sworn. Yet,
You couldn't imagine it possible, but the spirit's scorn only grows. Ryker may be silent. The spirit of...
I'm not leaving spirits behind, not powerful spirits. Right, time for looting. This should be basically abandoned house at this point. I'm actually interested in what those books are. If the game doesn't highlight them for me, I'm assuming they're not important. So mainly empty scrolls and low-level hydrosophist spells. It's fine, I guess. Nothing really interesting. Thunder runes.
This is quite the antiques collection.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
I'm sure it is. Gotta get rid of some carry weight at least. Sort of hard. Because we're gonna have to sell this scrap anyway immediately afterwards. So what's the point of sending it to the ship when we need to go and pick it up from the ship again immediately? I suppose it might save some seconds here and there. Yeah, the Ryker suicide is the most weird thing to happen here. What the hell was up with that? I sort of understand it though, because that's exactly what your allies with their AI do too. I mean, just retardedly stupid stuff. All he had to do was not run into the necrofire and kill himself, and I would have been in serious trouble. He couldn't even do that much. Decent amulet. It's weaker, but it has 2 useful skill points and it has a rune slot, so it might be more useful than it seems. The current one I'm using has a lot of skills, but they're mostly worthless to me. Skeletal cat. I'm not sure if we should pick up those rotten pieces of meat. I don't seem to recall any one of them offering really all that much. We have a couple in our inventory, but those are mostly for just in case we find a use for them. Severed head. Rotten, 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 rotten. I'm not looting the body piles. There's too much of it. I don't know what I would want to find in them anyway. I mean, I can grind some bones here and there. Maybe have use for that. But not for that many. The limiting components are something else. Rotten, 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 rotten. Okay, trousers. Jewelry box. Mystery device.
This is quite the antiques collection.
Indeed it is. Delicate ring. Why isn't this door open? Do I need a key? Do have one extra key at least. Maybe 2 or 3.
No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism.
Yeah, there must be. I don't recall a solution to this at all. Not pressure plates. An actual switch somewhere. Well, bugger me. I have no recollection of this. Yeah, if it's an actual switch, it has to be where Ryker was, so you can't access it without him knowing. Yep.
Careful.
I was worried I
I've
might get
spotted a
stuck here
trap.
for a while.
I hear a door opening.
Reason you don't remember it is because it's not worth remembering.
All this knowledge hidden from inquisitive minds. Such a pity.
Tenebrium chest. That would be another teleportation pyramid. I think that's pretty much all the Tenebrium chests have. A crack. Not want to take that. What is it? It is a book. Thank you, game. Of summons and summoners. What exactly does it say? Something particularly interesting. I think we're going to jump to some kind of a shop immediately when we'll come back to loot this stuff properly.
This is quite the antiques collection.
There's at least 2 extra storage to the mansion after all. It's a bit of a pain in the ass if I can only move at this pace. I don't want to ignore it either. Oh, you're shitting me. Why the fuck can't you just access everything in the same place? of looks like the most valuable thing we found this time too was the paper. Another face repair, not interested. Ornate hymnal is something we already have. Tomato. Handful of coins.
I can feel my lucky day. A third pyramid.
I'm not sure if there's any point in the extra pyramids. I suppose they offer some options. But I have a hard time seeing how could it be better than just using teleportation abilities. Because using a pyramid costs you 6 action points. Teleportation is usually 1 point. So that's a lot of teleportation for the same price. Obsolete amulet. At least we are coming to the end of this. Let's teleport to a city and no. I think we can. No, let's just teleport to a city. It's the simplest option for us.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it. Buying or selling?
Selling. Butterfly skin scrolls recently. Not we have all that much use for them, but never know. I'm not particularly interested in seeing what new gear they have. This hasn't been that long since I've last did this.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs
Pixie
dropped
dust.
in a vat
No.
of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I think we should sell stuff away with heavy hands. Better breaches, I'd say. Pre-dodging, air water resistance, constitution, better armory. But we would lose initiative. I'm strictly speaking against losing initiative. The gains would have to be massive for me to choose that. Better shield with worse abilities. I think we're going to have to give in to this and just sell some of this shit. I mean, just keep up and upgrade. Resistance means nothing. Has to have abilities. Abilities are valuable.
Rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton,
Might be sell a few extra items though.
Wouldn't you like to know?
use for bows or two-handed anything. Right, 42,000 gold for this. And looting is unfinished. It doesn't matter too much, we can easily waste that amount of money and much more. Some of the masked servants that should be here should have decent amount of decent loot on them. I'm gonna make a quick spin around here and see if we can spot any additional corpses. Valid target. Should be one patrolling here. $100 gold pieces.
She hums quietly. The notes move in rhythm with her wandering up. The lizard pauses.
Me belongs to
Her hum
10 spans under, human slept. 10 spans up the dwarf. Lasting flame.
Don't recall him.
A sinner I, and who is not?
Zimski.
Come on, mistress. Hear me.
Zimski mutters to himself.
Heads or tails?
He flips the coin.
Unlucky. All my luck.
Turning from you, he crouches back to the dirt. He resumes tracing esoteric sigils, his fingertips swirling through the graveyard clay.
You seek to call. Now I cannot influence even a coin toss. But you breathe. Good enough.
He smiles a foxy. He begins to trace sigils on your flesh. Though you cannot feel his fingers upon your skin, something inside you shifts. You feel a coldness and a sick longing. He croons incantations.
Ah, now you feel her touch. Now Lady Luck sings in your blood as she once.
What the hell happened? The ghost drew some sort of a sigil on me. I have no idea what's going on. Right, doesn't look like there's all that much interesting going on anymore. There might be a couple of corpses I've missed, sure, but overall the effect should be minor. The salamander is still here, but that's pretty much the only thing.
The salamander turns away from you.
Ryker's massage. I read it. Venom rune.
Unusual relic indeed.
Mm-hmm.
This is quite the antiques collection.
The most valuable thing about this collection is the paper. Ryker's journal. The Greenstone Oath. That's a book. Dusty letter. Must be old. Execution fee of 25%. Okay, anything actually useful? Oh fuck. It's a minor thing, but I seem to... I did the same thing in the first game. If I recall correctly, there was a solution to the locked chest that was found in the Ryker's basement. But it's too late, and it's too late for us now too. Don't know if it makes any kind of real difference. Yeah.
You feel tough wood and tougher steel
Yeah,
under
Consul
your
Zara.
clothes. You gently sing a song in the old tongue of the lizards, and your chest creaks open. Welcome back, Consul Zara. It hisses as you reach inside, pulling out your fire whip.
Your chest creaks open. Fire whip. Shit. If it's the spell though, then it's irrelevant. I did break the chest, didn't I? I don't actually recall anymore.
Do not ascend. The web of despair awaits.
We'll check it when we leave. Might as well eat the rest of the body parts.
The pilgrimage takes its toll. You've walked upwards of... You kneel and pray at the stone cross. You know your words. You lie back on the riverbank's edge, eyes closed, waiting for the fish to bite. This is the life. Your loyal dog laps at your face as you fade into void. Would that you had the strength...
Send it to the ship. I don't want to eat it. No, that doesn't get you anything. And might be a crafting component. It would be more valuable to me as a crafting component at least. Yeah. A single one of these isn't particularly useful, but if we have multiples, that's a lot of damage we can dump on a group of enemies right there. We should have a recipe for it too. Grasp of the Starved. Disembodied hand. Like another soulmate or two. We're gonna need them sooner or later. Maybe a second skin craft too. I can't use it in the same fight though, so that's sort of unnecessary. What was here? Did I visit here? Ah yeah, the cellar. Right, forgot it exists.
Welcome him, as he welcomes chose you.
Essence of Existence Volume 2.
Swear no oath. Make no pact. Only then are you among the free.
I wonder if some type of a player can make the pact that everyone seems to be making. Because you do get the sworn... what the hell is the site called? Sworn Breaker, and you need to be a sworn before you can use it. So it's either totally useless to all player characters ever, or there's a way to make the sworn commitment and then break it later. Off the top of my head, I don't recall an opportunity to do so. On the other hand, I did play a heroic character the first time, so I sort of dismissed a lot of options without properly reading them. Probably isn't all that valuable. Still, we're taking it. Upstairs to left. Arrows. Shitty cops. Should not have picked them up.
You look up to the portrait.
Contentious cur! Thou wouldst dare prance and gallivant about without a summons?
You locate a...
You dare!
The man...
Fopdoodle!
Well, good that we found the hidden key now, that it's totally worthless to us. After we sell the current loot, I need to dump excess equipment on the lady. Probably so many crafting components, so we're hard pressed to get rid of all the necessary sources of weight. Yeah, that one particular glass cannot be picked up. It doesn't look like there's anything of all that interesting here anymore. Wool. That's actually very nice. That'd be the only piece of wool we have. That is a good scroll component. I'm sure of that. Yeah, it's chain lightning. Thing you usually wouldn't necessarily cast, but if you can avoid the source point cost, why not? It's probably a source orb plus wool. We have one. Still about 300 points of electrical damage on demand. Jumps from target to target too. So usually you wouldn't necessarily need it all that badly, but sometimes you have those places where the enemy is just in the sweet spot and you just need to hit some type of proper damage on them. Right, I'm sort of wasteful with my source orbs, I guess. But I'm not sure if I really am all that wasteful, because we're gonna get new ones. So, and ooh, skeleton key, and I'd rather we have some things to constantly spend instead of just sitting on them.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right. Glad to see you well. Anything more?
Potion of jellyfish skin. That reflect melee damage as air damage, inflict stunned on contact. Okay, this is better than I thought. Shocked might be sort of okay, but stunned that's quite strong. I'll buy a magic armor potion. I need to test these potions. Do they actually do this recovery for 5 turns? I think they do the recovery and then just last 5 turns. So, whatever that means. Poison seems to work in a way that it sort of heals or puts the poison on you, then you have poison for 3 turns, so it's not all clear looking at the bottle what the hell does it actually do. Same probably with the Lucky Rabbit's Paw. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Some of these pieces seem to be things that you can only purchase. You can't really easily find them. Better shield maybe? Or shield. How much money does it have? 10,000, yeah. Probably afford to buy all of this. Easily. Stolen diamond. I still don't have any use for the gemstones, so I'm just starting to sell them off. They have some weight to them. Divine favor is something I'm gonna hold on to. They have a reason to, really. But I don't know if there's any value in holding it. I doubt it. But again, I don't know.
Kinda don't fancy starving.
50,000 gold,
Later,
pretty
then.
much. And we're gonna get rid of extra weight. More importantly, we have a lucky rabbit's paw, which is closed
I'm all
circuit.
right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
A
You're
rabbit's
safe
paw
among
is pretty
friends.
much worthless.
Never forget it.
Another source of used. Not sure if I want to buy more. Pulse circuit, 4 to 500 air damage onto enemies around you. Creates cursed static clouds on the edge of the spell. Air immunity for 1 turn.
Come visit your ton. Who will?
No source point cost. Okay, what's the
Together, Bree.
carry weight situation? Not particularly good.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends.
We have orange
Never
juice.
forget it.
Oil bottles. We have a lost purse.
Wisdom of the ancients.
Vapid fiction along the large helping of
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
We have a tomato. A lot of herbs. They really don't weigh much. I mean, we have a lot of them, but they're very low in weight. So they're not gonna make or break our carry weight, no matter how many we have. Potions might, so there's certain benefit in
Keeping it together, Bree.
concentrating them into better ones.
I'm all right, as long as I
Yeah,
don't think about
that's
it too
definitely a
much.
thing we should do.
You're safe among friends. Never
We don't
forget.
exactly have all that much use for the weaker ones anyway at this point. We use the bigger ones for full heals or to attack.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
I suppose we could leave some extra at the ship too, but I don't really see a point in that. I mean, we have 30 healings mushrooms with us, so we're definitely just going to make those if there need arises. Plus 3 attribute increases are pretty worthless, I think. We would want the plus 10s.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
There might be an exception with maybe strength. It would allow us to loot an area. Can I just combine armor resistance potions? Or armor recovery potions? Yes, please do. Doesn't really matter how they work, but where the hell did they go?
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right.
Large magic
as long as I
armor,
don't
large
think about it
magic
too much.
armor, they're totally different.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
What the hell is that about?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of
Can these even be combined? No. So this is the best I can make, the 266 recovery. The 500 recovery is impossible to make on our own.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends.
Small
Never forget it.
poison bottles. Why the hell am I carrying these?
What? I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
Medium resist all.
along the large helping of ham.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Bones. Scrolls are another thing that can never really weigh enough to matter.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Can I learn any of this? Maybe Necromancer later on.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Come over. While you're buying anything.
I don't come visit your ton. Who will?
Anything that will protect against Void Wyker.
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But void walking? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
Craft disarming tools are another thing we probably should just mostly store away. I mean, there's some use of them here and there, but they weigh a ton. They're not worth that. A lot of the books are similar.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Half a pound each. They're easy to pick up, but they schematic. Right, this is something that you should have basically read and forgotten immediately. That's evidence. Manifest of the Peacemaker, yeah, could be useful still.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Ah, okay. A little bit more extensive cleanup session this time. I still think it's probably worth it.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
In general, most of the crafting items should just be dumped there. Yeah, even the empty potion bottles are weighing a ton at this point.
You're safe among friends.
10 pounds just for empty potion bottles. Yeah, that explains why we're having trouble with the weight. We're just gathering everything up and up and up and up. And it's starting to be a problem. The thing is, this is still better than finding out you want to have some of this later on and can't have it because you never picked any of this shit up.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm alright.
It'd be more sensible to do this in
You're safe
a little bit different manner though, where you wouldn't have to do management sessions. Wooden pulp, 30 socks, black root. Black root probably isn't useful anymore. Even I don't understand why keys have weight in this game. You don't dare to throw them away after all, so why give them weight at all? Just asking for trouble. Wooden figurine. Right. We'll keep the runes, there's never gonna be that many of them. Soap can be used to create lockpicks. That's the only use I can think of for them, so might as well use it for that.
Together, Bree?
Empty
I'm all right,
potion
as long as I
bottles,
don't think about it too much.
broken bottles.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Paper doesn't have much weight. Right. There's a couple of eyeballs and things like that still here. But the weight isn't too bad. I'm gonna let it slide. How much carry weight now? 100. Right. So about 80 pounds free carry weight. We could easily get rid of some other things too. But massive improvement over how things used to be. So where to next? Here be cows, march to troll,
Keeping it together, Bree.
elves.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think
250,000
about
for a
it too
level up,
much.
so that's not gonna come easily.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
I still need to try to get to level 15 before I go to the lone wolves.
Smells worse over here than a dozen
I suppose we could go kill some trolls.
I don't come visit your tunnels. Who will?
Or go to the docks. I think this area might be right up our alley at this point. Same some of the elven structures and maybe
I'm all right, as
Mark
long as
the
I don't think
troll.
about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Right, I'm heading toward the troll. They're extremely high level, but at the same time we have easy tools to handle this. Maybe not easy tools, but tools at least. Two abilities. Living on the edge, so vitality can't drop below 1. What's the other? Force exchange. Exchange vitality percentages. Right, with those two, killing the troll's pitch field. Where's Mark the troll? I never visited Jahan yet. There are also some bears, I recall. Yeah, there are a few things for us to do. 450,000 is a lot of experience though. Poison vulnerability, 4,000 hit points, walk it up. Yeah, should not be that big of a problem. We'll kill the other troll at the same time.